Friday night. I don't think I'm ever going to get used to that. just so we're clear. Hello, 151 Boomer. Hello, Resist. Hello, Skull Menace. How are you guys doing tonight? I hope you're doing well. For those of you that are in the community, you probably already know tonight is a little bit about Collectr, our sponsor of the stream, as you can see over here in the corner. What's up to you too, Skull Menace? What's up? How you doing? So you'll notice in the chat, I do have a download link for the Collectr app where you can go and check it out. It does help the channel whenever you click that link, just to let Collectr know that, like, hey, this is the right audience. You're not in the wrong spot. So it does help to click that link. It is pinned in the chat, and you can also get it by typing in the chat !collect. So feel free to do that at any point if you'd like to give it a shot. Check it out. The download is free. I'm great, man. Excellent. I love hearing that. So today we're going to do a little something different. We do have a sponsored stream. I'm going to walk through how to use the Collectr app, or at least how I use it personally. And hopefully this will be a good, a good guide for those that are just starting out, or that are new to the Collectr app or haven't seen it before. It helps an absolute ton. I've used it myself since 2022, 2021. And man, it's been a lifesaver. It's helped me keep up with my collection value. It's helped me make some good trades along the way and find trends, and be able to really kind of spot things ahead of time. So I hope this helps you tonight. Without further ado, we're going to jump right into this thing. And then once we're done, I do have a spot in the Discord where some people have shared some of their collection with me, and I'd love to share that on screen. If you want to do that, !Discord will get you into the Discord. You can join the Discord over through the link there. And yeah, if you want to share, there's a channel in there called TCG and Collectible Share. Just drop whatever you want to share in there, and I'll be in there in just a bit after we finish this piece with Collectr. And yeah, let's get right into it, shall we? I guess we'll do a mission start, huh? Mission start. All right, chat. Those of you on vertical are probably wondering why there's a blank space on the right. Those of you on horizontal are probably wondering why there is a blank space right in the center of the screen, and that is because that is where my phone will pop up in just a minute. Mission start. Yes, sir, Dro. How you doing, buddy? Welcome in. All right, chat. As you can tell, I've got my little workspace ready here to show you guys like a little demonstration of a couple different things. First things first, though, chat. I've got 2 packs, 2 of them. Let me grab them real quick, actually. Yeah, I got 2 packs of perfect order. We're gonna open both of these tonight. We're gonna do one right here at the rip, at the rip of the stream. So let's go ahead and get this rolling. Pack number 1. What do you think, chat? The floor is all yours, bro. Let's get it. All right, excellent. Thank you, sir. Mr. Dro, Mr. 151 Boomer, guys, I appreciate you. Resist, same to you. I appreciate you guys so much. Thanks so much for being awesome mods. I really do appreciate you being here. If you want, guys, again, !Collect will get you a link to the Collectr app. If you want to walk through it with me, that's probably the best way to do this. But yeah, me opening a pack should give you time to download if you'd like to. Again, !Collect in the chat, and it should pop right in there for you. Let me turn this down to my ears just a little bit. It's hard to focus. There we go. All right, so we've got this pack and this pack. Which one are we opening, chat? Just here to make sure it all good. Hey, bro, I appreciate you. Which one are we doing, left or right? Oh, wait, my left. Never mind. You guys just tell me which one you'd like to do. All right, we'll do 1. This one's 1, the Starmie pack. And this one's 2. How's that? The Clefable. This 2. Which one are we doing, chat? 1 or 2? Which one gets open first? Left? All right. My left or your left, Dro? You're the first one to respond. We're going to take your answer. Starmie last? Beautiful. All right, that makes sense. So left. All right, got it. All right, chat, let's see what we pull tonight. Let me back up a little bit, give you guys a little bit of room to see me here. Those of you on vertical. Get a quick little peek here at what we got. 1 and 1. Well, I hope that was the 1 pack. I'm pretty sure it was. All right, chat. Let's see what we got here. Code card for those of you at home. If you want to scan it, I'm going to hold it up here for a minute. Whoever gets to that first can have it. There you go. Whether that's right now or on the VOD, it's out there. All right, let's see what we got, chat. Let's see if I can see it even. Crushing Hammer. Man, I can't see it. That's a problem. Let me blow up my video a little bit so I can actually see what I'm. Oh, okay. Sound it. Scatterbug, Snorlax, Barbacle, Talonflame, Naveen, and Dugong. Oh, wait a minute. Chat, I see something. Chat, I see something. What do we pull? An Esper. Lord, check that out. Oh my goodness. How about that? I got another rip. Or another pull. Oh, and a growing energy behind that. Nice. All right. All right, I see you. I see you. Perfect order. Let me grab a sleeve real quick. Always happens when you're not planning for it, chat. Always. A hit to track. Exactly. Yep. So we'll track that one tonight, actually, just for funsies. I did actually pull this earlier, too, with the little one. So we have already pulled this. We already pulled the Talonflame. We also have the Decidueye as well. So we've pulled a couple of good ones already. And this is just from one booster bundle. So are the hit rates in perfect order? Gonna be in perfect order? We'll have to see. Let's see. Oh, I think I see a new message. Toki Shadow. Hello, I'm new to the stream. How are you? Do you like Pokemon? I like Pokemon. Hey, I like Pokemon, and I like you too, Esther. Welcome back in. How you doing? Good to see you. All right, let me go ahead and get this thing. I don't know any of the values yet for perfect order, so I guess this is going to be a good time to check it all out, huh? Let me go ahead and get this thing in a top loader real quick. Of course, I'm on camera, so I don't know what I'm doing anymore. So, all right, there we go, chat. One hit of the night. We'll take it. We'll take it. I'll probably have to take it out of there because of the glare in just a bit, but you know. All right, so let's go ahead and walk through this, shall we? All right, let me make sure it's going to show up on the screen. It should show up, no problem, but if not, it's a quick... I see it. Yep, there we go. Beautiful. We love it when a plan comes together. All right. So let's talk about Collectr, chat. Collectr has been an amazing app for me personally. And as you can tell, it's helped me with my gains along the way. So I've gotten lucky. I've made a couple of good plays along the way and kind of built up my collection pretty well. My collection absolutely pales in comparison to some that you'll see out there, especially on Collectr. They have a whole social portion of this app. And holy crap, it's amazing. Hi, Tokes. Hey, Moonwalkers, have we gotten any hits? All right, let me go ahead and share with you. Hold on a second. So we actually just pulled the Esper from Perfect Order. So we just pulled that just a moment ago. And we've got one more pack left, the Mega Starmie pack, to open last after we finish. And the one that I pulled off stream with the little one is right here. We pulled a Talonflame. And that one I think is going... I scanned it earlier just to see, you know, because I know that Collectr said that they had just updated all the scans and everything, so this should be available, and it worked just fine. $21, I think is what this was sitting at earlier. We'll scan it again to see if there's any movement there. I know as soon as these sets come out, prices are volatile. They're swinging high, they're swinging low. You never know really what's going to happen. So, let's see. That is such a pretty card. I love full art. I do too. I'm a huge fan of the full art cards. Those are probably some of my favorites. Right now, my favorite card from the Scarlet and Violet era, I guess, would probably have to be that Prismatic Pikachu, or the Paldea Evolved Magikarp. I love Magikarp though. So, anyways, let's get into Collectr. Let's talk a little bit about this. If you do not have Collectr and you'd like to walk along with me, in fact, I'll go ahead and drop it in the chat for you right now. All you have to do at any point, if you decide that you want to check it out, it does help the channel whenever you go to that link, !collect in the chat, will pop up a link for you. It's also pinned there at the top of both the chats. So if you get lost, if it doesn't work, the command breaks, it's pinned up there and should not move. So mods, if anyone has trouble, just let me know. Geranium, welcome in. We're just getting started. You're in good time. All right, so as you can tell, guys, I have my Collectr app up on the screen. This is so cool being able to like back out. So I do have the pro version, which just basically, I think if you have the free version, it's just 3 months, and that's as far back as you can track. You can't go back to 6 months and 12 months, or sorry, maximum. So look at my collection over time, chat. Look at that. It's been a wild ride, but you can see the overall trajectory for Pokemon has been positive. Welcome. Thank you, Skelton. Just got home? Excellent. Well, welcome in, welcome in. All right, chat, let's get into this. So on your homepage here in the Collectr app, you'll see that there's all kinds of stuff. It has your most valuable things that you've tracked in your collection, which, by the way, we'll go over how to add things to your collection in just a moment. But you have trending things. So if you're wanting to like hop on the latest trends, which may or may not be always the best thing, but you know, it's good to know because it shows both the downward trends and the upward trends. So if there's a card that you're looking for, you may want to keep an eye on that because it lets you know like if that card is spiking in price, like, hey, is it a good idea for me to grab this now before things take off? Or is it dropping in price and is now a good time to maybe wait and let things stabilize and then get in at that point? So just something to consider there for you. We'll go ahead and scroll down a little bit. You can actually separate things in your collection by the trading card game that you're adding to. So you can add, like have separate collections for Pokemon. I have some Weiss Schwartz cards as well. Let's see. When to sell, when to buy, exactly. Resist says, I know nothing about this, but I like the cartoon. You know what? Honestly, I was huge into the cartoon first before everything else. So this may be your gateway. It may not be your gateway. This may not be for you, but I'm going to show you. I'm going to try and make it as simple and clean as possible. We're going to go Kingdom Hearts style on this. Kudos to those of you that got that, by the way. But this is really cool because you actually get to see, like, just here at the bottom, it has content creators corner. So there's all kinds of people that you would not ever have expected to have a Pokemon card collection on here. And I'll just go ahead and show you one. If those of you that are like listening to any like the EDM style music or any dance or anything like that, you probably know Steve Aoki. Those of you that are Linkin Park fans, I know you do. This guy has, get this. Look at this, over $3 million worth of Pokemon cards in his collection. You can peruse his collection on here. So whenever you go through the social app, you can actually follow people and you can view their portfolios and stuff. It's so cool. So cool. You can also, if you're not comfortable with that, you can make everything private too. So just in case you were curious there. But let's see what's trending today. So we've got Mega Clefable sitting at, wow, $10 less than what it was. So drop of 71%. That's insane. No, it is, Esther. That's what's crazy is that those collections get way bigger, and we'll kind of dig through some just to show you guys the app, show you around and everything. It's pretty cool. But as you can tell here, we'll just use this as our example. You can view sold listings. So if you're out there and you're buying something and you're like, I don't know what a fair price to pay is. Like this person has it over here labeled $6. This one over here has it at $12. This one has it at $4. What's a good price? So if you go to the Collectr app, you see raw, graded, and then a population. Raw just means the car has not been graded yet. It's outside of a PSA, BGS, CGC, all those different grading companies. It is not in one of those holders. So you have the raw. You can look at, again, it's price data. This is a brand new card. So as you can tell, like right at the peak, it spiked and then just fell off the planet there. So like I said, things at launch, sometimes they go straight up, sometimes they go sideways, sometimes they go straight down. This is one of those cases where they went down. But you can look here, if you scroll down far enough, you can add it to your collection here by pressing the, like, I don't know if you can see it, the little plus sign there. You can add right there. I know it pops up when you do that. You can add and subtract things from your collection. You can also add a graded card by hitting that little button down here. And then if you need to change that, you can enter a manual price override. So you can enter your price that you paid for it. Oh yeah, so you got to add it in there, but you can add the condition. You can add all the things about your card so that way you can track. If you're like a super nerd, like you're like, I want to know everything. I want to know my profit and loss. I want to calculate everything out. Then you can put in there the price you bought at. So over time, it'll track like how well you've done on your purchase. So if you are interested in that, for me, let me put it in there and we'll just see how the collection value over time grows together. And that's me, right? But if you're one of those ones that want to know like how well I did on each individual bet, you can do that too. Here in the shop, you can look at different prices. You can grade through PSA through a link here. You can look at selling the item through eBay if you click the link here. Oh wait, you can see it on the screen. I don't know why I'm showing you. And then they have some listings listed down there at the bottom. So if you are wanting to go ahead and peruse, there it is right there. Literally everything all in-house. Let's see, 3 million on G's. Maybe they're right about the stock market. You know, I will say this. There's several people out there that have said this, and I'll go ahead and reiterate it because it is true. I verified it. The Pokemon cards like value over time has actually surpassed the S&P 500 index in growth. over the last, I think it was like 5 years or so. It's pretty nuts. Like there's all kind. I'm not going to tell you like this is not investing advice. Clearly, I'm not an investing professional, but it's actually becoming a bit of a asset class, I guess. No way. Yeah, it is pretty wild. That's actually really cool. I like the graphs. That's what gets my heart, man. I am such a nerd when it comes to that. I like stocks. I like the market and stuff like that. So being able to combine those two things here with Pokemon and stocks, I mean, it really does feel kind of like that. So having all the graphs and everything to track your collection over time, that has been a huge win. But anyway, let me just show you here. So with sold listings, this is where you can basically gather what's called comps. So if you're looking to sell something or buy something and you're like, let me just make sure that this is actually what it's going for, this takes you directly to the listings on eBay. This one may not have any just yet. Oh, it already does. There you go. So right here, it has the sold listings at $2.31, $2, $3, $2.97, $2.99. So if you're out in the wild and you see this card for $10, $14, you know you're getting screwed, right? Yes, swear. Oh, you know, I'm not sure what you're saying there, so I'm not gonna read it. Let me know in the chat if it's maybe a misspelling or it's a different language that I do not know. So, said hi. Well, hello. I understand that. Hello, welcome in, Azrina. How are you? Good to meet you. My name's Toki. We're currently going through the Collectr app. It looks like eBay right now, but that's because we got there through Collectr. It's gold. Anyways, all right, so that's a little walkthrough of like how to use that piece of it. Again, it does track your most valuable items in your collection, and once you go into this, it basically takes you into, if you see it on the bottom there, the portfolio piece. It's on the bottom right beside your profile. This is basically where it has some of the tools that you'll probably use on not a day-to-day basis, but they come up fairly often. So you have your market movers, which is like, okay, which one of these are moving in the market, either south or north, or like how are they doing? Welcome in, everyone. Thank you so much, Mr. 151 Boomer. By the way, guys, if you're looking for someone who's selling some cardboard over on Whatnot, and you know what cardboard I'm talking about, the shiny kind, he is Mr. 151 Boomer. You can go and check him out on Whatnot. He does sling cardboard every Wednesday, 8:30 p.m. Central. Highly recommend to follow. That dude is awesome. How's it going? Awesome, chat. Thank you again, guys. Thank you so much for taking the time out of your evenings to hang out with me, to walk through this app. If it's interesting to you, hit !collect in the chat, or you can hit the link at that's pinned at the top of the chat and check out this app for yourself. It is free for a basic plan. All you have to do is set up an account and give them your email, which I don't think they've ever emailed me this like spam or anything. So yeah, you may want to do that. So what you can do here for something that is like a market mover, right? We talked about that last. Let me hop back there. So if you hit the market mover tab, here we go. So we have prices change from low to high. So this is showing basically you can filter by how you want them to appear on your thing here. If you want them to appear high to low, this shows the highs and the lows. Ta-da, I'm here. Welcome in. Trade portfolio, personal collection portfolio. Exactly. Yes, you can have so many different portfolios, and we'll go over the different portfolios in just a minute too. But welcome in. We're actually sponsored by Collectr today. The stream is today, so we are doing a little spotlight on them, showing you guys this is an app that I've used for years, and I highly recommend checking it out. So !collect if you want to check it out. There will be a link in the chat that'll drop right in there, or you can check out the pin link. It's right there. It does help the channel if you click and go and check them out. So we do appreciate that. So the market movers, it changes basically like the ones that have had the biggest growth or smallest growth. It organizes those from your portfolio and puts them all right here in a little feed. So essentially here you can see whether positive or negative movement. It looks like we're having mostly positive movement here in the collection, which is always a good thing. Some of these, especially like with 151, I know a lot of you have seen the 151 stuff. It's been absolutely booming today. Welcome in. You are indeed here. Thank you, Esther. But yeah, this is, there's just so many different things. I sent the link to my brother-in-law today and he said it's perfect. I think it's amazing. Truly, you guys know me. I am I'm very straightforward. I'm pretty authentic. I'm not going to put something out there that I do not trust and believe in. This is something that I've been using personally since I want to say I downloaded it in 2021 and then set up an account in 2022 because my account is from 2022. Are you able to check the value of one of my cards? Absolutely, yes, sir. Yeah, we can do that. We can absolutely do that. In fact, we'll jump in. I know we've had a couple people join. I think now is a pretty good time. You let me know which one it is, and I will jump right in there and figure it out. This will also display the search feature, so why not, right? Easiest collection tracking app? Yes, absolutely. And the scanning feature is what's up. I absolutely love it. So if you have the pro version of it, I believe that gives you, or well, it does give you unlimited scans. I don't know the exact number of scans that you get whenever you do not have that. But I know that you do get some. I think it's limited though. So you may want to check on that website. It probably does have all the details between the free account versus the premium. And my experience, the way I use it, the only way I really see a big difference is in the length of time that you're able to look back on trends for a Pokemon card. Pokemon name and number on the bottom left. Thank you, 151 Boomer. That's perfect. That's exactly what we need. See this? I'm a friend of Rainbow and Resist. You are awesome. And yes, we are Pokemoning today. We're Collectr-ing today too. I was about to ask. Yep, as long as you can get the Pokemon name and the number on the bottom left, so it's however many cards were in the set, it should be in that bottom left hand corner. That's the easiest way to search, but of course, look, if we got to do it the hard way, I'm not afraid of that either. All right, while you do that, oh, there it is. Skeledirge. Is that right? Yep, you've got it. That's the one. All right, Skeledirge. I think I spelled that wrong. Let's see. Skeledirge. Oh, this is my portfolio. Duh. Okay, let me go back home. So if you want to start a new search, do not make sure you're outside of your portfolio tab or it's going to come up with nothing. So go to the search tab. It's the second one from the left on the bottom. Skeledirge EX. And it is 258. 25 scans per day for, oh, thank you so much, man. I appreciate that. So 25 scans per day. All right, here we go. All right, so this one, Skeledirge EX, is this your card? Is that the one, Esther? As you can tell, it's pretty easy to look up a card on here. It gives no issues. And also this card is trending pretty darn well, by the way. Just gonna put that out there. Moving on up. Exactly. Skull, do you have a question? Go ahead and drop it in the chat. If I missed something, mods, let me know. And also, guys, if I missed something and it's been a second, drop it back in the chat. Oh, it's my card. How did you know? Oh, it's amazing, right? It's incredible. Yes. Okay. So if you check this out, you can look at different sold listings. Again, we'll go ahead and just do that just for the sake of it, right? This one's been on the market a little bit longer, so obviously this one has all the data has had time to come into the app from eBay. So you can see all the sold listings right here. Looks like a pretty general trend of going upwards, which is good. You can see the you can look at the the ungraded versions, the PSA, the BGS, the CGC, the tag, if they have any in the population that have been sold. It tracks everything there. You can look at the graded section here. So that was just the card by itself. This is the graded section. PSA, 10, 9, and 8 are all down here with a gem rate of 55.4. So those that score a gem, like a gem meant 10, or I think 9, I can't remember what 9 is for PSA. Anyways, I digress. I'm pretty sure it means a 10. So the gem rate is 55% of the cards that were out there and were sent to PSA were graded in a 10. So pretty cool little stuff there. Shoot, I got this about a year ago. It's a beauty. It does look like a beautiful card. And if you're curious, like if it's just too small for you, you can just click the picture and it pulls right up. It makes it plenty big to confirm that it is in fact the card. I don't know that you'll ever be in a situation like, unless it's like a stamped promo or something where you need to figure that out. But if you need to, it's there. Let's see. I had a massive collection. I had the original Mewtwo from, I gave them to my cousin when I was 16 because I thought I outgrew them and never, that's how it goes. I have several that I've given away that I'm like, oh man, I'm kicking myself. Like Ancient Mew was one of those that I gave away. Kick myself every day. What do you use to edit videos? I use either Premiere Pro or CapCut, depending on where I'm at. If I'm seated at a desk, I'm using Adobe. If not, I'm using CapCut on my phone. Absolutely, sure. We can look those up. If I ever want to sell it, yep, why not? Let's get into it. All All right, so the next one we have is Bulbasaur 166. All right, you got it. As you can tell, chat, let me just take a minute here because this is not just about Pokemon. If you collect any kind of TCG, there's so many different TCGs that you can search for and collect within this app and track their value over time. So as you can tell, we got Pokemon, Magic, Yu-Gi-Oh, One Piece, Lorcana. So any of you Disney fans out there, we have you too. League of Legends, Dragon Ball, Digimon, Weiss Schwartz, Star Wars, you name it, it's probably in here. I have noticed that sometimes, like with like exclusive sets, like for example, Weiss Schwartz has a Marvel set that is released only in Japan. I've noticed that some of those like that, like the niche sets, do not get put in there necessarily because it's hard for them to grab the values of the more niche cards. But yeah, so if you want to track some Lorcana, yep, Lorcana, there you go. Yep, there you go. We can talk more about this later on. Thank you, Drew. I appreciate that. I appreciate you, brother. All right, let's see. But yeah, absolutely. We'll revisit that too, Scold, if you have any questions. We want to make sure that since Collectr is sponsoring the stream, I want to make sure that we get this content taken care of for them. Make sure that they have their time so we can kind of walk through this and answer any questions too. But we will absolutely come back to that if you have any additional questions. All right, so basically you can see all the things here. We'll go ahead and search for Bulbasaur now. Bulbasaur 166. All right, here we go. All right, English, correct? Or do you have the Japanese copy? Because if you have English, slight dip, but I think it's just because 151 hit such a freaking high that it's finally starting to kind of level out a little bit. So we tend to see a little bit of a dip there. But look at that gap there. Okay, here, look at this. Let me back up 12 months. Look at that ride there. English, yes. Look at that ride. That's insane. So looking at a value of $94, it's down $3.74. So $3.79% today. Graded cards, you can look at a PSA 10, average of $357. Has 8,000. Oh yeah, I forgot to mention this last time. If you look at the little number below the PSA 10, so like right there where I'm clicking, you see that little area that's lighting up with the 10. There are 8,184 in that population. So that means that there are 8,184 total cards that are graded that are exactly this card in a PSA 10. So it also gives you a population report as well. So if you look here in the 9, there are 14,000 9s. So that's kind of an interesting right there. The gem rate is actually a little lower here than what we've seen on some of the other ones. This one's sitting at 29%. So 29% of people are getting that. BGS, such as Beckett, you can look here. They're getting for a black label 10, a $365 value. Wow, that's not much over the PSA 10. That's kind of surprising. Why is PSA 8.5 lower than 8 in terms of value? Well, that's just the average sales. So, for example, I don't know a lot about it. That's okay, Esther. We're here to learn together, right? All right. So the reason the 8.5 is probably lower than the 8. Maybe 8.5 sold a while back on eBay, and there are no recent comps for an 8. Does that make sense? So like, it all depends on timing, right? So if you have an 8 that just sold for, let's just say, all right, let me look at these. All right, just say you have an 8 that sold for $73, but the last 8.5 that was sold way back in like December or something. Then at that point, like the comps aren't recent, so that's why it's so important to be able to look at those comps. In fact, we'll go ahead and just take a look real quick. Just, why not, right? Let me turn that off. All right. So now we should be able to look at sold listings. So if you look at the 8.5, this one sold, wow, interesting, March 5th. And this one sold, yep, there you go. So March 21st. So prices are moving upward, and it happens so fast that the majority of these comps are in February and way before then, so in September. And if you look at the 8s, all of these are more recent. So it's a game of and a little law of averages there, right? So no one wants to, and also, yeah, if no one really wants an 8.5 because it's so close to a 9, you're kind of paying a premium on it, but kind of for no reason. Does that make sense? There's a whole lot of things there. You could, I mean, to each their own, right? Like you may want an 8.5. I've known one person actually that I've looked at that was like on YouTube. I think they were interviewing someone that had like an 8 or an 8.5 in every single card across like 2 or 3 generations. So yeah, there's all kinds of stuff that you can get into, but if you want to look at the populations over time too, you can look at how they grow over time by going to the pop section. So like right here where I'm switching, if you go to pop, that's just population. So you can see how the growth of those over time is happening. So you look at the 10s. In fact, we'll drop these just 10 and 9 and look at how the population has changed over time. So in January, the population of 10s was 7,849. And now currently we're sitting at 8,184, meaning that there was probably a backlog at PSA, or people started seeing the hype of 151 about a month ago and like sending that in as fast as they could to get it graded and then hopefully turn it around for a quick sale. Not very common to get it that fast, but you know, still. Yeah, I get it. 8.5 is just not as popular, I guess. Yeah, it's kind of one of those in-between numbers. I think, like, for example, I have a 9.5 in my collection, and I stare at it with, I won't say hatred, but but it's pretty close. Because it might CGC, just give it the dang 10. Anyway, we're not gonna get on that, but I do have a 9.5 sitting there staring me in the face. Bulbasaur is the least OP Pokemon in my opinion, unless you're completing a collection. It probably won't hold weight. You never know though, because the funny thing is that's someone's favorite Pokemon and they're willing to pay a premium for it. That's the beautiful thing about Pokemon, is that everyone has a favorite Pokemon, and every single Pokemon is probably someone's favorite. So you never have a clear guess on which ones are going to absolutely run. Like, for example, no one really liked Ditto that much back in the day, but Ditto now is blowing up because of Pokopia, the game that came out. Apparently Ditto is very heavy, and I haven't played it myself, but now all of a sudden Ditto cards are rising like absolute like hotcakes. So it's interesting to see how all these things can, like, societal stuff also plays into this, and you can see this all happen in real time with this app, and that's what I really like. So for example, let me just give you one Ditto card here. Let's see if there's been one that's gone up a whole lot. Yep, here we go. Okay, yep, the shiny Ditto went up 18%, 11%, 4%, 3%, 17%. So it's certain ones, but yeah, they're going up because of Pokopia, and that to me is just, that's crazy. I got the cow Ditto. Nice, that's awesome. I love his stupid. I do too, man. I love the derp. I can't not. And the lore behind Ditto, wasn't he like a failed experiment to try to clone Mew? Isn't that the story? It's just like, it's just amazing. I love Ditto too, so I get it. I'm a big Magikarp fan though, so yeah. Anyway, I don't know why that was important, but if you want to shop for products too, they also have some listings on here. So if you want to just look, obviously they have some from Fanatics, they have some from Drip, they have some articles on Pokemon. So if you want to kind of dig into the weeds a little bit, maybe learn about some of the trends, you can check it here. Arena Club does sell slab packs, and you can check those out in here. They have the prices and everything. And then of course you can look at ending soon auctions for graded, sealed, and then live shopping as well. Again, that's where Drip comes in. If you haven't checked out Drip, they're pretty cool. It's kind of like a Whatnot alternative. So for those of you looking for alternatives, there it is. I still use Ditto to this day online, not disagreeing, just saying that from a deck builder's. Oh no, absolutely. I agree with you. That makes complete sense. And I never was a big TCG player, but that's probably going to change in the near future. Little one absolutely loves the cards, kind of wants to learn how to play, but he's just too young to grasp all the numbers and everything. So something tells me that's in my future. I've already printed us out a couple of what's it called, the little trainers cards with the little trainer codes on them. We're already ready to go for the league. The moment he says let's go, we're ready to go, and we got matching holders and everything. It's fun. It's a good time. In fact, let me see if I can find them real quick. Thought I put them up top, but I may not have in this little set. Yeah, it's not looking like I did. All right, well, that'll be for another day. I'll post those in the Discord later. !point Discord, by the way, if you want to join. We'd be happy to have you over there. All right, so one other thing you can look at here with your profile, you can look at your total market value for your different portfolios, which we'll get into in just a second. You can change and build different portfolios all within the same one. Thank you, Esther. I appreciate that. By the way, that second Discord, I need to remember to remove that. But the first one there is excellent. Is the one we're using currently. All right, so you can look at the social profile. As you can tell here, you can customize your little profile, and I love that. I don't know why, but I am a nerd for that. So the fact that you can customize it, pretty cool. I was able to make it the same as my YouTube logo, and we love doing that. So you can look at my social profile. I have showcased my collection here, so you can go and follow my collection if you want to. You can join up on Collectr. You do not have to have the paid plan, and you can do that real quick. Toki, you want to explore my showcase? I don't mind. Oh yeah, absolutely. Yeah, I will do that. I will absolutely do that. Oh hey, I have 8 followers now. Yay. So you can actually post on here, chat. So if you want to get opinions from people in the TCG community, this is another great place to get it. I posted one just the other day, just talking about the wild month that we've had in the hobby. Let's see, what else have we gone over? I asked for some advice here on whether or not I should get some things graded, or this one's probably going to end up in a video here. Heck yeah, I'll get it from Rainbow Resist. I got a server too. Oh, perfect. But yeah, so I was deciding whether or not to rip open this collection box. It's sitting at about 500 to 550, depending on where you're looking. Or if I should break out that Mew and get a chance, or give it a shot at a chance for a PSA 10, because the PSA 10 is sitting around $4,000. So decisions, right, chat? But anyway, these are all decisions that you can make based on information you can find here in the Collectr app. And by tracking those over time, you get an idea of trends, and you can go back and look at old vintage cards. If they pop, it's going to show up in your market movers. It's going to show up at the top of your list and be like, oh, hey, there's a new top valued card in my collection. Now, what's going on here? You can go in and look at the trends, see what's going on, and then you can research that almost backwards from there by going to Google, see what's going on. Why is that card popping, right? So many different cool things that you can do with this app. And here's, again, the social feature. You can look at your following. So the people that you're following, your For You, and then, of course, your posts. I'll just give you a little... Let's see, are you 151 Boomer or the 151 Boomer? Nope, you're 151. Okay, perfect. I figured it was without the V here. So this is Mr. 151 Boomer's little portfolio here. Look at that. Slabs and singles. I love it, dude. Dude, that 151 Pikachu, man. That 151 Pikachu. Let's take a look. And if you wanted to go in and look at the trends on their cards, you can do that too. Just another little cool little feature there that you can check out. So if you wanna poke and prod on some of these things and say, hey, maybe I should pick that up for my collection, you can look at how the trends are going for that card. It's a good way to discover things. I have that card. There you go, Esther. Was that the Pikachu you had mentioned? Oh yeah, 173 and 165. I was gonna ask about it. Perfect. Well, there you go. Yeah, Esther, if you have that in raw, it's sitting at $87 raw right now. If you were to get that graded, it's sitting at about a $452 value as a PSA 10, and I would estimate that's probably going up. If you were to grade with BGS and it were to do really, really well, you'd be looking at a pretty hefty card later on. Just a thought. I think as long as 151 values continue to trend upward, I don't really see them going down. But again, not investment advice. That's insane. Why, right? I know. It's insane. One of mine, chat, that I'm looking at right now, and this is, again, just to kind of show you the whole trends over time thing, right? One that has surprised me a lot is, let's see, where is it? Where are you? One second while I find it. See, I do have that one, but I have it in the Japanese, which, by the way, Japanese tends to hold a little bit lower value. But yeah. Which one was it? Dang it, I can't find it. Oh, here we go. Okay, so this one. Look at this rise here recently. This is from the Generation set that came out with the 20th anniversary edition. This is one that I picked up. I picked up this Charizard for free in a giveaway because someone was like, I just don't want it. This set's never going to do anything. And I think I got it. Let's see. I got it. It was at the end of last year. So the closest comp I have is about 27. It's sitting at $39 right now. But the graded is where this thing has absolutely popped, because it was sitting at like, I want to, let's just take a look. So as low as, yeah, okay, so it was sitting PSA 10 at about $240 in let's see, 2025, and now is sitting at about $1,100 as in PSA 10. So you can track all these things over time, kind of like get a feel for like the overall trend of the card. So if you're into all the fun stuff, look, you can go all the way back. It's so cool. I just love it. But yeah, I think that's right? It's insane. Need the other two evolutions? Yeah, absolutely. Find people that have the card you want. Oh yeah, that's true. Yes, you can. Let me show you that real quick. So if I were to go to 151 Boomer and I were to find something that he has, I appreciate you bringing that up, dude. Thank you so much. All right, so if you go to his page, you hit the message button and be like, hey, Boomer, what's up? Want to trade for that Pikachu? Bam. Anyways, chat, so you can go, all this info is free to explore. Exactly. Yeah, there's just so many things. Like, this is like an all-in-one app, and over time it's just gotten so much better. I honestly, at first it was the fancy graphs that drew me in, and now it's literally like the whole entire package is just incredible. Correlation is deemed unwanted in the beginning, probably a keeper. I mean, you never know, right? Like, even like a Magikarp, like we all thought like, oh, it's Magikarp, it's flopping around, it uses splash, it doesn't do anything, right? You go back to Gen 1, you go to now, everyone loves that dang Pokemon, and the card ran up to like $600 in 2 days. So, which by the way, we do have a Paldea Evolved booster in here. Maybe we should do something with that. Maybe we hit 1,000 followers on YouTube. We cracked that, and then I send out maybe two or three of the booster packs to people. I don't know. We can do some fun. I don't know. Trade to Boomer. Link pinned in chat. There you go. But yes, if you want to check out Collectr for yourself, again, I couldn't recommend them more. !collect. I'll go ahead and send it for you. All right. But anyways, if you want to join them or you want to pick up the app, it is absolutely free to join and get the app. You can use it completely free. There are just a few limits on things, like Mr. 151 Boomer uncovered just a moment ago. 25 scans per month. So you can scan, and we'll go ahead and show that now. So if you're just like, you know what, I don't want to type in the card name today, that's not happening. So for example, we just pulled this Esper just a bit ago. Okay, right? Let me face it towards y'all so you can see. So I'll put that down here, and we'll finally get to use this little mat here that I've laid out in front of us. All right. So you just go to the search. There's a little, you go to search. There's a little camera up here in the top left. You hit that, put your card right in the center, hit the little camera button, and just like that, we have our card. You can look at all this exact stuff here. Let's see how it looks. I didn't see any major scratches or anything. I'm going to just go ahead and say near mint. It is brand new out of the package. And then, yeah, just add it. Looks good. Add it to the collection by hitting that check mark and add to portfolio. Just like that, we've added it to our collection. It is absolutely seamless, easy to do, no muss, no fuss. And that is what I like about Collectr. Literally everything is easy and super intuitive. Like, it takes you nothing to figure this out. I promise. It looks like a lot probably watching me do it. I promise you get in there and click a couple things around, and it's gonna come second nature to you in just a bit. So this is super, super cool. Well, there you go. There's a link there in chat. It's also pinned at the top if you want to check it out. Any click does help the channel too. But yeah, that's a little bit about Collectr. I hope you guys have learned something or taken something away from this, whether it's about Collectr or just collecting in general. Let's see. It's fun to just have the idea of how much your cards are worth, and it's nice to be able to track it all in one little spot. Exactly. Like the power this gives you is pretty freaking sweet. I don't know why I blurred that out. Sorry, chat. But yeah, you can look at your performance over time. So I've gained about $2,000 in value just by sitting here and learning. And I know that because I have this app, right? Like, I wouldn't know that otherwise unless I was keeping a spreadsheet, which, by the way, if you're that kind of person, you need to have a spreadsheet, but you want to have an easy way to track it. Like, if you wanted to save those spreadsheets so you can have them over time, you can do that from in here too. And I know you're probably like, are you kidding me? What can I not do with this app? And I'm telling you, there's not much. So let me go to, I want to say it's portfolio. Yep, here it is. All right, so if you want to go to your portfolio, I just learned that I'm sitting on a little bit of, right, yeah, exactly. Like for some people, this is a car down payment. This is a house down payment. Like obviously, and it's a good way to make sure you're not getting hosed when you're going to buy something. That's a big thing for me, because like me and the little one, I have plans on taking him to Collecticon this year at some point, or at least some little card show in the area. And whenever he goes, I don't want to get hosed, right? Like there's a lot of new cards out there that I do not know the values of yet. So having that on hand to be able to either scan the card and just check out comps, it makes it a no-brainer. Like the fact that I can scan it right there and have it immediately, like all the information I need, it's beautiful. I love it. So if you look here at the top, you'll see market mover, trade analyzer, bulk actions, and export. We'll look at 2 of these right here. April 25th, Text Arcana. Yep, exactly, sir. Exactly. You're smelling what? Yeah, you got it. We'll first look at trade analyzer, because that one, it kind of goes along with what I just said. So if you wanted to check out a trade, like you're sitting there and you're like in the middle of a trade with someone, you know, those tend to be kind of high pressure because the other person's waiting on an answer. You're waiting on getting out of there too. And if someone starts taking too long, or you feel like you're getting screwed, you just kind of walk away, right? Well, with this, you can add cash and add products to a trade and balance them out, right? So if you can also check and make sure you're not getting screwed over here. So let's say you're trading, like you're trading this, and you go to them and they're trading, let's say they're giving me 1,500 cash. We'll enter that in on their side, and we'll enter in a Moonbryon, because I literally almost typed Moonbryon. Wow, chat. We'll just go to an Umbreon, okay? Of course, that's gonna be first. All right, so we'll go ahead and grab that one. All right, so now you can see down at the bottom, you're up $356. So you can tell immediately which way it's leaning. So left would be you, right would be them. You just enter in whatever the trade is, and it analyzes it for you. You don't have to do any of the math. All the guesswork is out. You can add products, you can add cash. It's all right there. So I highly recommend that. For that, literally the whole app could be used for a convention just for that feature alone, in my opinion. And then if you want to ever move things over into a spreadsheet, you can hit the little export button on the left, enter in your email, and it'll send you everything in one CSV. So bam, there you go. There's everything in a Google Sheet, Excel spreadsheet, whatever it is that you want it in. There it is. It popped into your email. I've used it several times just to kind of keep track of my collection over time and like take little snapshots, essentially. It's been great. But yeah, that's unless mods, am I missing anything, or anything? Is there anything that anyone has any questions about? Because I'm happy to answer whatever. Have a good night. Hey, thank you so much for coming in, man. I appreciate you. I super appreciate it. Did the stream go down? I'm off to, oh, okay, gotcha. Cool. Just making sure. You covered a lot. Yeah, I tried to. But if anyone has any questions, though, I think you covered everything. Perfect. All right. Well, again, big thank you to Collectr for sponsoring today's content, sponsoring the content for the week. We do have a couple of shorts that feature some of the things that I've been able to do. For example, in the short I mentioned, I had tracked most everything. Like I tracked the big ticket items in my head, what I thought were the big ticket items. And yeah, it hit I had, all right, let me start over here. So I had everything tracked in my collection that was like the big thing. So like my booster boxes, my big cards that I was like, okay, yeah, that's clearly going to be a grail that's going to hold some value later. Like the celebrations bundle of the boxes, some of the old vintage cards that I had that were more obvious. I tracked those, but recently I was like, you know what, I should probably start tracking everything. So I started tracking everything in effort to kind of consolidate my collection, and realized I was missing $1,400 worth of stuff that I thought was not important. So, I mean, that's huge. So make sure you're tracking everything. Make sure you're using Collectr or something that makes it easy on you. And Collectr, I swear, is the absolute best out there. So again, thank you so much to Collectr. Thank you guys so much to you for being here. I appreciate you. Everyone follow Toki on Collectr. That would be appreciated. If you're on the social version of Collectr, more than happy to have you over there. Come and follow me. It's Toki Shadow, same thing as it is over here on YouTube. So if you want to come follow me, it'd be great to see you. But yeah, thank you so much to Collectr for sponsoring this segment of the stream. And then now we're going to jump into something a little fun. I'm going to share some that was shared with me in the Discord. So let's go to my desktop, shall we? Again, if you want to, wow, I bet that looks freaky, doesn't it, chat? Welcome to my desktop. It's an absolute disaster right now. It probably almost would be better for me to just minimize this. There we go. No, says federal government. That's awesome. Good stuff, bro. No, thank you, Dro. I appreciate you. Mods, thank you so much for being here, guys. I appreciate y'all so much. There's multiple. I'm everywhere. Someone help. All right, so let's look here. I think we got one submission. Oh, shoot. Where'd it go? There we go. So I think we got one submission from Mr. Wolf Slab. If you haven't checked him out, he's on YouTube. He's on Twitch. Mostly Twitch. He's on TikTok. You'll love him, I promise. Wonderful dude. But he submitted some cards in the TCG and Collect section of here. So we're going to go ahead and look at those. Let's see what he sent, because he made me promise not to look until we got in here. So here we go. All right, his first one is Tapu Koko EX. The colors on this card, chat, are just mind-blowingly pretty. Let me swap this over to another screen. There we go. Ignore all my stream stuff in the background, chat. Ignore it all. There we go. Beautiful. This is super, super cool. It's fun just to have an idea of how much your cards are able to... Yep. I know. It's amazing. Truly it is. Y'all in the multiple Toki saying no. All right, so this is Tapu Koko EX. What a pretty card, man. Y'all know that I love that. I love the neon, like the synth wave-ish sun and the colors here. Y'all know that I love that. You see it all over my channel. So, dude, W share there. What we got next? Ooh, a Cramorant from Sword and Shield promos. That's from the stamp. Yeah, Pokemon stamp box. Look at that art, dude. That is awesome. That's another amazing share. Thank you so much, Wolf. Hydreigon. Ooh, got the yellow border. I guess I've never seen this one. Clearly, it's a special rare because it's 103/99. That is so cool. Let's see what else Wolf. Oh my goodness, throwing the vintage heat with a Japanese old school Blastoise. Look at that, chat. Look at that beautiful card. An Espeon? Oh my gosh, the OG Espeon from, like, what was it, Neo Genesis for this one? I can't remember the actual set, but I'm pretty sure it was Neo Genesis. Look at that. Gosh, such a beautiful card. Look at that swirl. I see a swirl. Awesome. Light Arcanine, another swirl. Holy cow. Wolf, you looking for all the swirls out there? 200-ish? Sheesh. Sheesh. Ooh, what we got here? Arceus and Dialga. Oh, Arceus, Dialga, and Palkia? Well, shoot. Check that card out. Dang, Wolf. Slinging heat in here, brother. Mega Rayquaza EX? Dude. Hold up. Look at that. Centering on that looks really good. From what I can tell, anyway. ADP 400-ish? Dang, that's wild. Dude, I think that's the last one, Wolf, but holy cow, dude. You can follow 151 Boomer and Wolf Slap both on Collectr app. So if you're over there, they're both on there. You can go and check out their full collections. W guys too. Here's one of my slabs, chat. Gem Mint 10 Rayquaza. I don't know what it is, but I love that splash there. This isn't a super valuable card, but I just love it. So, let's see, what else have we gotten shared? Oh, someone else shared a pool, Crocolore from Quirly. I think that's pretty much it. Oh, wait, hold on. We have Dazu here sharing his Mewtwo. I forgot about this one. Of course, from Destin Rivals, everyone's favorite. That set is blowing up, isn't it? But yeah, I think that's everything that we have. And we somehow fit that into an hour. So, chat, here's the question. Happy for him? I sense a little bit of something else, though. Just a little bit. Again, big thank you to Collectr tonight for sponsoring the stream. Chat, we have, oh, there it is. There's the face I was looking for. All right, chat, as you remember, or you may not, because I almost forgot, we have one more pack of Pokemon cards left, and it is the Mega Starmie. Only a little. I understand. I understand. All right, chat, let's go ahead and open this thing. Let's see what we got. Y'all ready? You ready to see if we can pull? Can lightning strike twice in one night? Let's see. Can we pull anything else out of this set? Technically, we've already gotten 3 hits. 3 hits from a booster bundle? Let's go, Clefairy. You know what? I hope so. If we get a 4th one, I'm going to absolutely cry. I might actually. No, I won't cry, but it'll be close. All right. First things first. Code card. I'll give you guys time. Scan it. Take it. VOD. Whoever gets it. There it is. All right. Fairy or Starmie would be awesome. Yes, I agree. All right. First one. Oh, yeah. Let me blow this up so I can see it again. There we go. All right. So let me move this out of the way just a bit. There we go. All right. We got Dedenne, Fletchling, Ariados, Binacle. Let's see if I can get, there we go. That's a little better picture. Luxio, Raticate, Pokepad, Jaw Fossil. Oh, chat, is it a sign? Is it a sign? Do we have something fun in here, or is it just a regular old holo? What do you think? I see shiny back there. Is it a sign? Do we pull the Clefairy tonight? Do we get it? Do we? I'm just kidding. That was the rare. I was hoping y'all lost track. But we did pull a Clefairy. Just not the one we were looking for. But hey, you know what? Not every pack can be a winner, or else it wouldn't be any fun, would it? Pokepad is playable, got a little bit of value. Oh, really? Well, then I will set that aside. Oh my god, this guy. Esther, I can't help it. I can't help it. I gotta troll just a little bit. I had to be on my best behavior and go through that entire Collectr app without cracking too many jokes. That way I was informative and helpful. Now it's time to be a goofball. So you guys are getting more Toki now. All right. Whoa. Okay. Let's see. I thought about going over 30 minutes and doing something fun. Goofy hours? Yeah, pretty much. So, you know what? I am going to spend some time going through some cards, actually. Or does anyone tell you what? Does anyone want me to look at stuff? You can tell because he starts giggling like a child. I mean, you know, it is what it is. It is what it is, Esther. I can't help it. I'm pretty obvious. What can I say? What can I say? You guys know me. Y'all want to look up some of your cards? Let's do that. Y'all want to look up some cards? Let's look up some cards. I'll pull out some of my own collection too, and we'll just have some fun. How's that? We'll hang out for another 10 minutes or so and just check out what we can check out. I have cards on my wall. That's freaking awesome. Hold on. Beautiful. I love it. I love it. I love it. I have some of my cards here. That Talonflame though, I wasn't expecting it to already be at 20 bucks. Chat, I don't know if you guys can see that. The light's not great over here. Hey Toki, for someone who wants to get into this hobby, is it a good idea to get those vending machines and get packs through those? I personally I did a whole video on this, Guam, on like starting out, and I think intention needs to be where you focus first. Are you new to the hobby period? Like, do you know any Pokemon already? Or do you already have some favorites or anything like that? Because I would start kind of there, like start with your interests, because that tends to make it a little bit easier to stick to and like kind of figure out. If you stick with the one thing that you know that's familiar, it helps the rest of the unfamiliar stuff seem a little less daunting. Does that make sense? In fact, hold on, let me throw something in here, because I just recently rethought how I'm doing collecting altogether, and I think my thoughts there could possibly help you out. So I'm gonna go ahead and share that video in the chat real quick, Guam. So let me get you that real fast. Go to my content here. Here it is. All right, shareable link. have the basic concept of Pokemon, but it seems like more of a way of gambling, a better way of gambling than going to the casino. It can rip you a new one, brother. It absolutely can. Ripping a pack. It's always the next pack, right? It's always the next pack of Pokemon cards that's going to have the hit. Always the next one. Those of you that have ripped packs, you understand that it is the most fun and addictive part of the hobby, but oh my gosh, you can get absolutely wrecked doing it. So I always like to say, try to find a happy medium. Rip with intention, right? Like, don't necessarily go out and just buy a ton of packs or a ton of mystery packs, because those are a quick way to get hosed. That I'm afraid of. I think TCG is better for me than. I gotcha. Well, yeah. So, wrecked. Yep, exactly. It can get messy real fast. You can get upside down. There are people that are $20,000+ upside down on Pokemon cards. So just as long as you're monitoring that and making sure that you're in good graces with your household and your finances, yeah, that's the main thing. But using Collectr or something like that does help you kind of identify some of the cards that you may want to grab over time. Becomes a little less like gambling when you have data to back it up, so that's why I kind of recommend Collectr. In fact, in case I know you may have just gotten in, don't go full idiot. I've been that guy. I have been that guy. I've gone full idiot so many times, chat. That's why I have such a scattered collection, and again, that's kind of why I dove in that video and decided I'm going to redo everything, and I'm going to start collecting with intention. So I'm going to start building things that make sense to me, whether it's from like an investment perspective, which I don't do a whole lot of. I'm not huge on that. I'll grab one booster box, or I'll grab one thing that I think is going to do well, one ETB, just because I want it to be out there for the kiddos, right? But you know, some people will literally go and buy an entire booster, like a box of booster boxes. You know, it's just however you choose to do it, whatever your comfort level is. I sent you 50,000 cards on Tokes. Oh gosh. Okay. Hold up. Let me pull those up. In fact, I can, let me share the panel here. How much does booster packs cost? Depends. These that I got at retail, which is, man, it's hard to do. You got to like find a local card shop and everything that you trust. I got them at retail for like $6 each. So, you can find them all the way up to whatever the heck you're willing to pay. It's gambling. It's gambling in a prettier package if you're not exact. Excuse me, chat. Exactly. It really is. It can be gambling in a prettier package. I agree with that 100%. But like gambling, if you give yourself a hard limit, it can be fun. Exactly. Set the limits. Make sure you don't cross any boundaries with your own personal limits, and you're good to go otherwise. One good way to do it, $6, but I thought they were close to 100. The original, like the packs, whenever they first come out, they're like $6 off the shelf. So I'm a big proponent of timing and relationships. I built a relationship with, I have Mr. 151 Boomer. I'll go and get a good deal, like market value, good deals from him. And if I can't, oh wait, there's a box. Yes, the boxes are now, they used to be like 120, 119. They're now a lot closer to like 150, 200. Just to get in. Like, for example, I have a Paldea Evolved booster box right here, and when I bought it, it was 115 or 119. I can't remember. It was one of those two, and it's now sitting at like 450 or something crazy. So it's one of those things, right? So, but find the things that you love, or the things that are. It's all been a lie. You heard that 151? He's using for good deals. Oh, 151 Boomer is a good dude. He's amazing. There's been so many times that guy has gone above and beyond. He throws extra. Like, for example, I'll just give you an example here. The last time our little boy wanted to pull a pack, and we could not find anywhere around here. Even at the local card shops, it was all bust for like 2 months. We finally get him up late enough to watch a 151 Boomer stream on a Wednesday, and we open a pack and he basically pulls nothing. He was a little excited about the Pichu that he got in there, but there was no hits. Mr. 151 Boomer, what does this dude do? Class act. Pulls out a hit, says, here you go, buddy, just for you, for being one of my favorite viewers, and throws in a hit. That, in my dad heart, hits hard. Sorry. but yeah, that hits my dad heart right in the heart. So I'm a big fan of people that are that kind and that generous. And we've known each other for years. So that's just who he is. So I couldn't recommend him more. He used to watch a small Poke streamer called Prime Packs. My brother and I had a great relationship. He was so sweet. Gave my brother all sorts of cute cards. See, there are some really great streamers out there. Now, you got to be careful. There are some ones that are not so great. Like we've seen all kinds of horror stories from whatnot. But when you find a keeper, hold on to them, because you never know when you're going to need to go and go buy something that's you can't find anywhere. And they'll have the hookups. They'll have the ways to find it. They're great. They're good people. 151 Boomer especially. Rainbow, hello, welcome in. How you doing? All right, so Aster has sent us some stuff in the Discord, and I'm gonna go check that out right now. Stopping by to say, hey, have fun. Well, thank you so much, Rainbow. How you doing? I hope you're having a great night. All right, let's see what Esther's got here. Oh crap, Esther. Hello, Kratos. Welcome in. Homie hookups happen. They do happen. They do. But overall, the dude just has fair prices. And honestly, I'm willing to pay full price for whatever to support a good guy. And yeah, it's just the best. So I really appreciate him. You've got some in here that may be moving. Let me just take a peek here. So we got, all right, let's look at a couple of these, okay? Panda, hello, welcome in. Rainbow, I appreciate you so much. And also Kratos, hello, my friend, how are you? All right, let's see, Altaria, TG11. Oop, not Altars, Altaria. I'm searching in the wrong mode. There we go. There it is. That is such a pretty card. Oh my gosh. Okay, how's it doing graded? Let's have a peek. Sitting at about 80 graded. 80 to 100 depending on the brand of grader. Okay. I never know, chat. I really don't. There's some of them that just randomly pop. Like I would have thought that Altaria would have popped. That's such a cool card. Houndoom V, let's see, it's a basic card, but it's pretty though. So we'll look at it because you never know. Houndoom V. Hound Oil. Okay, thank you, autocorrect, for that. I appreciate it. Houndoom V. I'm probably gonna need to put in the number for this one. It looks like 21. Yeah, we're gonna have to put in the number. There's a lot of Houndoom V's. There it is. Yep, $1.52. I'm working on night call, but I'm doing well. Hey, excellent. Glad that you're doing well despite that. That's what's important. Make sure you're doing well other than the work that's going on. And also you're here, so at least that you're gonna have some good times that way. All right, let's see what else we got here. If you guys want to send me your cards, please feel free to. Toxtricity V, SV112. In fact, let me search it like that. SV112. Oh, SC, it corrected me. SV112. There you go. $1.61. The other one is Dragapult V Max. Dro. Panda going in and telling everyone hello. It's so good to know that people can see you and you can see them now. Just wanted to show you. Oh, okay, cool. Well, I wanted to look. Drag out. Wow. Okay, thanks, autocorrect again. Well, let me just take a peek here, see if there's anything else. Skilledirge. Poochyena. That's a cute card. Flaffy. TGO3. Let me just look at Flaffy real quick. There are a couple Flaffy cards that would surprise you, so. $4. It's up 6.9%. 151 Alakazam box. Oh, absolutely. Let's check it out. 151 Alakazam. There it is. Again, the search function is just so intuitive. It's so great. Show you how you can filter sealed. Oh yeah, that's true. We can. So you can also filter your searches, obviously. You can also save searches. So that little star there, you can save that search. You don't have to. Or you can go and sort and filter. This is something we did not cover earlier. So people can price off the shelf. Yep, exactly. So if you want to price something right off the shelf, you could be like, huh, what's this selling for right now? And if you find it at retail of like, 30, 40, $50, you see it's selling for 106, that might just be a quick little quick little bump there that you can get. And look at that price jump. Holy cow. That was a perfect example. But if you wanted to search for 151 Alakazam, you can go to the filters over here and filter for cards only, sealed only, products that are owned, products that are not owned. You can search for a price range. So if you wanted to find an Alakazam within a certain price range, you can search like that. If you wanted to make sure you're only getting English, Japanese, or Chinese, you can search that as well. And then of course you can select the category. So if there's a card that you know that's like a trainer card that has a certain name, and you know that there's maybe a magic card that matches that, select Pokemon. You're filtered everything out that could possibly pop up with that. Not too off the shelf for $30 each yesterday. Dude, that's insane. That's just wild, man. Again, that Pikachu. That centering looks pretty good. I mean, it's a little like the card itself isn't crooked, but like the picture's turned just a little bit, so it's a little hard to tell. But the centering on that looks really good. If those edges look good too, I can't tell if it's like a ding right there, but that looks awesome. Man, okay. So I'm sorry, I forgot you guys can't see what I'm looking at. I'm sorry. I'm sitting here like you can see what I'm doing. Okay. I think that's... Ooh, Arcanine. Okay, let's look at that real quick. If anyone has anything else you want me to look up, please just let me know. TG08, Arcanine. 362, I could have sworn. Look at that card, chat. It's a pretty card. Man. Oh, I have social notifications. Let's look and see what we got. Hey, we got some follows. Anyway. But yeah, I hope this gives you an idea of what the Collectr app is like. I hope it gives you a little bit better handle on the... Oh, that Mightyena. Love that. I hope it gives you... Oh, Tinkatink. Can't remember if this is one. Okay, hold on. I gotta look up this one more, chat. Because, you know, it's me. Tinkatink 216. Tinkering 216. No, Tink a Tink. Am I searching in the wrong spot again? Yes, I am. On see. Always make sure you're searching in the wrong spot, or right spot. Full art cards are the key to my heart. I understand completely. I get it. I can tell, by the way. You couldn't have fooled me. Oh shoot. Oh shoot. See, there you go. You never know. This one's sitting at $20. Graded, it's sitting at 200. All right. And that's from, oh, Paldea Evolved. There you go. I love the art from Paldea Evolved. I should have recognized that. Almost got it for 7 today. Really? That's wild. Yeah, look at that. Let's see how the population is doing. So in a 10, how many do we have? There are only 227 in a 10. There are not many of that card. That's probably it. I went hard on Whatnot. Hey, it happens. Jeez. Well, let's look at the sold listing. See if it's like a recent development that things have changed. Yeah, it looks like there was like a doubling here recently. That's, I mean, so cool. This one may be a decent grading candidate. Like if it were me, like looking at this card, I'd be kind of tempted. The only problem is if it has any flaws or whatever, that 9 fall off is huge. Like, look at that. So the 10s are pulling up a pretty big premium at 208. But if you get a 9, you're looking at $26, which is less than your grading fees. Yeah, Paldea Evolved going out of print. Yeah. Low quality print, anything in a 10 is going to be good. Yeah, facts. That's true. There wasn't a whole lot of good. Yeah, I agree with you 100%, man. Man, there's some listings right there too if you want to pick up another. My card's in mint condition. Amazing. Amazing. Yeah, I'm looking at it right here. The centering from left to right is a little bit off, but I can't tell if it's the angle on the picture. You may want to get you one of those little things you lay over the top of it that tells you like if it's within 64, because I think the tolerance for PSA is 60/40 or something like that. But anyway, if you have questions later on, feel free to ask. All right, chat. Well, we'll go ahead and we'll wrap things up here unless anyone has anything else they want me to look up real quick. I'll give you guys, what, 10, 15 seconds or so to catch up with the delay. I know that you get a slight delay in the chat, too. One of these days, we're going to get on here and we're going to W stream. No, thank you. How on the earth do you deal with angles? What? Okay, so looking at the, like, I know that this picture was taken at a slight angle. Let me swap to my desktop real quick and I'll show you what I'm talking about. All right, chat. Again, ignore my desktop. It looks awful, I know, but I'm too lazy and can't be bothered to move anything. All right, so I can't see chat for just a second here. All right. All right, so, okay, it's 55-45 on the front, 75-25 on, really? Okay, anyway, so what PSA is looking for in a PSA 10, it's a virtually perfect card. It includes 4 perfectly sharp corners, sharp focus, and full original gloss. So basically you're looking at no imperfections on the print, no imperfections with the actual gloss or holo that's on the card, no scratches. A sharp focus, so if it's like a dull print quality, that may also keep it out of being a PSA 10. And then the sharpness of those corners, it's also talking about the edges, right? So making sure that there's no whiting on the edges, which is what happens with those cards. Sorry, with the cards. Over time, if they're handled a lot, they exposed to a lot of like skin oils or a bunch of bumping from like dropping a binder, for example, would be one of those reasons. They could have like a little rub mark or a separation, and it causes that whiting on the edges there. It's free of staining of any kind, but allowance may be made for slight printing imperfection. Okay, so notice there the language, a slight printing imperfection. The best practice there is if it's slight and you're counting on a 10, probably don't send it because it's kind of subjective, right? That's just kind of like my personal rule. So if you want to take that, please do. If it doesn't impair the overall appeal of the card, it's fine. The image must be centered on the card within a tolerance not to exceed approximately 55-45. So it's talking from right to left. So like if it's 55% on this side and 45% on the other, great. That's fine. That's within tolerance, as I call it. But if it's 60-40, that means it's slightly over too far to the left and things aren't all balanced and centered. Then at that point, it automatically deducts it from being able to ever hit a PSA 10. No matter how the rest of the card looks. And then on the back, you're looking at 75-25 on the reverse. I actually did not know that it differed on the back. That's pretty cool. But yeah, so that's just a little lesson, I guess. I'm still learning there too, so don't feel bad. I didn't know that was a thing. Oh, and then also, like if I'm looking at artist slightly to the left, that's kind of what I was thinking too, but I can't. Again, if you take a picture of it, and you turn the angle of the camera, it can also make it appear that way because you're looking at a 3D object in 2D. So yeah, it can be disappointing, right? Like those moments are tough. Toki just got 50. Hey, congratulations, Luck. GG's, brother. GG's. But yeah, if you ever have any questions though, I'm no expert, but I'm more than happy to help. So feel free to message me anytime. And that goes for any one of you in here. If you're ever looking at grading or anything like that, we do have an entire TCG and collectible section in the Discord, !Discord, if you want to join in there. Feel free to drop anything in the channel or message me privately. I don't care. Seriously, it doesn't matter to me. Reach out. I'm an open book. All right, chat. Thank you so much for being here. Thank you so much to Collectr again for sponsoring this stream tonight. Big W on them for doing that. They've sponsored the content all week. So again, guys, go and check out Collectr. Let me go ahead and drop their link in chat one more time. If you collect TCG, whether it's Pokemon, Magic, Star Wars, doesn't matter. You can go and check them out. Highly recommend them. I just dropped the link in chat. And yeah, the link after, if you're watching the VOD, the link will be in the description box too. So if you want to catch it there, you absolutely can. Getting a shiny Psyduck after the timer ruined it. You know what? Just a little bit. Thank you, Grace. No, thank you so much. Thank you so much. Thanks so much to everyone that came out tonight. Those of you that know my schedule, I am live tomorrow again, 8:30 p.m. Central, playing some more Zelda Majora's Mask in full HD, and I'd love to see you there. So, guys, have a wonderful night, and I will let you go. Thank you for being here, though. Gosh. All right. Let's roll those credits. I meant rundown. Before timer run. I know, right? Shoot. I'm late. Yeah, we actually just wrapped up. It actually went a little later than I anticipated it going, which is surprising. I figured we'd be in and out of that in 20 minutes, but I was way off. Majora's Mask. Yep, we'll be there for Majora's Mask tomorrow night, 8:30 p.m. Central. Saturday, that was 3/28. So March 28th, we'll be live again. All right, chat. Well, before we end this thing, let me go ahead and drop the motto of this channel, and that is to always step into the shadow and always live your light. Much love, chat. I'll catch you tomorrow for Majora's Mask, 8:30 p.m. Central. Much love. Peace.